Hello everyone, Paul Elam here with another message from avoiceformen.com. Another Memorial Day has passed. Enough hot dogs and burgers and steaks were grilled in one day to feed the third world for a week. Potato salad and baked beans by the ton were chased with enough beer to give Oktoberfest a run for the money. And somewhere in the middle of all the eating and drinking and joy for an extra day off, there were surely some who paused for a moment to honor the fallen. As a veteran of the United States Army, I am not one of them. As a matter of fact, and I say this both as a man and a veteran, I grow increasingly disgusted with the false glory surrounding the disfigured remains of young men in caskets who are claimed to have made the ultimate sacrifice in defense of their nation. There may have been a time when that claim was true. The American Revolution, the War of 1812, perhaps even the Pacific Theater after Pearl Harbor. Perhaps. But the reality, if we are permitted to introduce such a concept on the heels of this occasion, is that generations have passed since any American has laid down his life defending freedom or homeland, if it ever happened at all. Our war dead are sacrificed not to high ideals, but to great lies, spun so expertly that parents will beam with pride at a folded flag in a glass box, at a cheap piece of metal and a strand of ribbon exchanged for their son's beating heart. It's a truth as ugly as war itself. We send our sons to die so the rich can get richer, and we placate destroyed families by telling them the lie they so desperately need to believe, that their men died honorably for something noble and important. Memorial Day is cannon fodder day, a day of immeasurable shame, paying phony homage to death in the name of better commerce. That we dress it up in red, white, and blue to the point that it passes for patriotism does not lend more meaning to such unfathomable loss. Nor do plumes of smoke rising like funeral pyres from 100 million barbecue grills. I do not say this to impugn the soldier. Whether by choice or coercion, or the man in uniform has an honor that transcends the nefarious schemes that put him on the battlefield. But he is no less a dupe, an expendable pawn spent like so much spare change to further plans devised by the least human among us. We live in an age without honor, where the ever-lessening difference between war room and boardroom should cause us to consider renaming military honors for the institutions they actually serve, much as we do venues of sport. How about the Halliburton Purple Heart, the Exxon Silver Star, the Federal Reserve Medal of Honor? The possibilities are as endless as our capacity to deceive ourselves and to enable the deceptions of others. If men are going to die, though, for dollars, it is only right to acknowledge the pockets those dollars are going into. Perhaps we should also change the oath of service. No need to swear to defend a constitution long ago shredded by others who also swore to uphold it. I can suggest the following revision. I do solemnly swear to uphold and defend the corporate charter and to protect the quarterly statement against all enemies, whomever the corporatocracy claims them to be. But of course we will do no such thing. The first casualty of modern warfare has always been the truth about why we're fighting. We compel young men to fight with the hypnotic illusion of duty and honor. The American male is conned into confusing great causes with the machinations of those who profit from war, but who also enjoy immunity from the horrors of it. The son of a poor man from rural Mississippi gets his body blown in half by an IED so the son of a magnate can snort lines of cocaine in some Ivy League frat house. Occasionally we see the sons of privilege participate. National Guard duty looks good on a political resume. And even some of life's more fortunate may actually believe the spin from the lips of their corporate gods. This rabbit hole runs pretty deep. But in the end, modern war is the death of the poor and the male to the exclusion of almost anyone who is neither, and for reasons so repugnant that almost any lie will do in their place. Whatever nobility we ever assign to it can now be memorialized alongside our dead honesty. and a million dead American boys. And that is it for another message from A Voice for Men. But before I close, I want to remind you today that your sons are worth more than the job of catching bullets. And so are you. As always, I hope you've enjoyed, and see you next time.